Good morning, YouTube. Just getting back from the gym. I want to talk about something real quick. There's different reasons to lift weights. You can lift weights to gain strength. You can lift weights to grow muscle. You can lift weights to be a better athlete. You can lift weights for mobility as you age. There's lots of reasons to lift weights, and with each one of those reasons, there's a different style to lift for each one. Power lifters are low reps, high weight. Okay, so they're doing 3 to 5. They're taking a 5-minute break sometimes and jumping back into their next set. Older people for mobility, they're probably doing a lot more stuff for their agility, and they're doing slower stretching movements. And then, for hypertrophy, hypertrophic by definition is the growth of tissue, and muscle is tissue. Okay, so that's the whole reason I'm in here. I'm not an athlete. I don't have fast twitch response. I'm not a strong guy. There's lots of guys that are a fraction of my size, like $150, $160, that train heavier than I do because they train for strength and I'm training for growth. So please understand that before you get there. Now that you know what you want to do with the weights, now you don't have to know how to train. And for hypertrophy, it is very, very simple. It's lighter weights to get a full stretch, because the hypertrophic action actually happens if you're in a bench press. The negative is the downward portion where you're strongest at, okay? So if you can keep your time under tension here, your rep should take 2 to 4 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. It's a very slow movement, okay? But most of that growth happens in the stretch, okay? Get that stretch. Perfect example of my workout this morning, I choose dumbbell flat bench over barbell because I can bring the dumbbells in a farther stretch than I can the barbell. And I get more of a stretch in the muscle, which creates more hypertrophy, so I'm gonna have more growth. Now, muscles aren't thinking beings like you and I. If I slap my fucking hand, I'm gonna think about how the pain got there, what I can do to stop it. Muscles aren't smart like that. A muscle doesn't know if it's being pumped up with heavy weight or if it's being pumped up with medium weight for lots of reps. All the muscle knows is failure. And so that's really what I'm shooting for here. I use a moderate weight, something I can control. It's probably 65 to 70% of my max most of the time. So if I can bench 250 pounds, I'm only benching with 155. I don't need that heavy a weight because I'm not that strong of a guy. So please understand that when you're in the gym. If you're trying to grow muscle, remove your ego. All right, ego is for the strong guys. I'm not a strong guy. I'm not an athlete. I don't have an ego. I lift with light weights. My workout this morning was hammer strength machine, incline press. I only have 2 plates on each side, 90 pounds. I did a warm-up set with one plate, and then I did 3 sets with the 2 plates. After this, I go into a dumbbell press, 50-pound dumbbells. Again, really deep stretch, really deep stretch. I'm even kind of pausing, boom, exploding up at the top, okay? And I know this is working because about the 6th or 7th rep, I'm struggling, okay? And then pec deck. My pec deck, I'm supersetting with some triceps. So I get in that pec deck and I just close all that. Let's just take this off. Let's just take this off. So I get in that pec deck and I'm just closing all that, really working on that center chest. Okay, and then I'm supersetting that with a cable overhead tricep. Overhead, standing straight up, and just getting that stretch. Again, that tricep is in its stretch position right here. Fully stretched down, exploding up. Get that full stretch. Switch sides. My second tricep exercise, I only did 2 sets on that one just to warm up my triceps. I did 2 sets here, which was the tricep push down, double-handed. Again, you're getting your full stretch here. Make sure you get that full stretch, explode down, and you should feel, I can feel this in my chest and my core. I'm really hammering them out. And then I go over to the isolated side. Again, the stretch happens in the upward movement, down. Upward movement, and then explode down. Weight this morning, gym scale said 192, home scale said 194, so we'll average that out at 195. I've really just been in a maintenance mode. With my basement messed up, my kids being at summer, baseball taking over, I've got a lot of stuff going on professionally. I've just kind of been maintaining the past 10 days, and I hate that. Yesterday was good with the exception of a bowl of cereal. Had a late bowl of cereal last night. Today I've been on point with my diet and my workout. I'm even packing some meals to take with me on Father's Day to go to my parents' house, so I'm trying to get back into it. All right, we'll see how it goes. 194. Feeling good. Not bad outside either. No sun overhead, kind of a dark overcast. Hopefully the pool feels good. I'm out.